Hello and a very warm welcome back to Tony Northeastern, and for part 3 of building this little garage. And before we go any further, I'd just like to say that the results for the competition, for those of you who've been following, will be at the end of this video. So really looking forward to doing the draw on that. So without further ado, we'll go to the bench and finish off this little project. Right, there's not a lot left to do to this garage really. Just the roof, finish painting the chimney pot, and maybe weather a net, and adding some typical garage signs that you would find in and around the garage, and then that will be it regarding this building. But however, I might make a little lean-to using the same stone card and maybe put a corrugated roof on the top. So let's crack on. I have decided now on the colour of the tiles. I'm gonna go for like a terracotta brown. The colours I'm using is a matte 46, which is like a pale yellow, and a semi-matte red, and then just adding some satin black just to darken it. And the colour I've seemed to have come up with is this very light terracotta brown. So I'm going to paint the roof with these colours just to see how it comes out like. And I'm not putting the paint on over too thick because I still want the pen to come through. Like so, you can actually see the pen coming through. Okay, so that's the roof now finished, and what I'll do is I'll leave that to dry, as it's still a little bit damp. It shouldn't take long to dry, but we shall leave that, and then we'll in the meantime we'll have a look at this little lean-to want to put together. Right, I found some card that matches the actual building there, and on the other side I've drawn a little design on how the lean-to is. It's going to run down towards the back. This is the opening here, so hopefully it'll be big enough to hold maybe a car, maybe two, depending on how much of this card we got. So I'm going to do some measurements now and draw it out on the back, so this side of the card, just to see what we've got to determine on how big we can make this lean-to. Okay, that's the plan. 65 millimeters in the middle, 28 mil high, and 40 mil high there, and 40 mil high there. It's roughly the width of two cars. So it's more or less going to be a lean-to for two cars. You could almost turn this into a double garage. You notice the walls will be sloping towards the back. Okay, let's cut it out. So I have cut out the basic shape. As you can see, it leans towards the back. Now the next thing I want to do is to score across there so I can fold it. So just by taking a rule and measuring 65 from the front face of the cut of the card, and then just give it a score, very light score, and that just allows you to fold it. Like so. And here is the basic shape. And also I have cut a inner wall which will go inside to basically stiffen up the card itself. So I shall glue these two together. Okay, I have stuck the inner wall in all the way around, and I've also tied the sides in with a strengthening card there, which will also be painted blue later on. I will be adding a framework down each side, and might even turn it into a garage yet. Okay, as you can see now, I have added the brick wall on the top half, just covering up the card, and I've added a support there for the main roof. I've decided to go with using a piece of card with sandpaper on it to give the roof a felt look rather than a corrugated look, so I'm going to give that a try. Okay, I've made the roof up. What I've done is I've just cut a piece of card 70 by 70 and stuck a piece of sandpaper on it, an old piece of sandpaper on it, and that will then be glued on top of there and then painted satin black. So I'm just going to quickly glue it on. Just make sure you spread the glue evenly. Just make sure you get good contact when we come to put the roof on. There you go. Okay, now that the roof's glued on, I just got to give that a little bit of time for it to dry. So now we'll go back to the garage and just stuck the sign on, station garage. So that just makes transforms it a lot more now, doesn't it? So next thing I'm going to do is just do a little bit of weathering, some green moss, and then we're ready to put this on the layout. Okay, I have a few paints here to use to give the garage some grime. I've got some slimy grime dark, and it's a green base. Got some dark green, a little bit of black matte, and a little bit of dark grey wash, just to give this a really dirty feel. So I'm going to start with the roof, and I'm going to use this dark grime. Creamy grime. It hasn't been opened for a while. A bit of skin on the top. Basically, as soon as you put it on, wipe it off as quick as possible. So I'm just going to start with a few brushes down, and then get the cotton bud, and just go down with it. Try and get it right into the and as you can see, it's gone a limey, slimy green. So that's the trick, just to put it on and get it off as quick as possible. Try and get it to, and then I'll just go over with a grey wash along the bottom edges. Just rub it in. Just try. No, there you go, that's starting to look. That's what I'm after, getting the paint to go right into the grooves. Just try and get the paint to go into the grooves. There you go. Needs a bit more dark along there. Just wipe it off lightly this time. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get, so I shall continue and see what it's like when I'm finished. Okay, it took a while to do, but I think I'm happy with the results. As you can see, I've dirtied the sign down a little bit just by using a used cotton bud, just by rubbing it in up and down. to give it the weather look. But yeah, it's finished. Right, time to put it on the layout. Okay, here it is on the layout, and I'm quite pleased with the results of how it's turned out. It looks really grotty and old, and it fits in well. And the outbuilding there, still not sure whether it should have had doors on it, but now it's just somewhere where the Land Rover can be parked. Right, hope you've enjoyed what you've seen with the making of this video, but there's still one more thing left to do. Okay, it's now time to win, yep, you get it, the line-side waiting room. Okay, what I'd like to say is thank you for everybody who has taken part in this competition. There was 30 winning answers, so I'm a little bit aghast of how many people have actually taken part in this competition. So what we're going to do, we're now going to put these into a hat, and there they go, they're going into a Santa's hat. Okay, give them a good shake, honeybee. Right, pull out the winning one and let's see who we've got.
And it is Paul Noval.
Paul Noval, you are the winner of this line-side hut, and I will get in contact with you. Thank you to everybody for taking part, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.